Hey guys, it's Quickie Baby, and I'm bringing you some gameplay here in the Type 64. As many of you will know, this is a fairly new Tier 6 premium scout tank, and it's Chinese, and it's absolutely incredible. I've done a full review on this tank. Well, it was a preview from the test server, but I did a rather extensive preview, and everything that I said really stands. This tank is simply fantastic. I absolutely love it. I really do. It's an absolute pleasure to play. It's probably the best pure scout in the game at the moment. But as this video is going to show, don't take it lightly, because it can really kick some ass too. So what you see me doing here on Redshire is getting the initial spot off. We can see, wow, we just picked up 3, 6, 7, and possibly the Panther as well. That's probably 8 spots there. And fortunately, because of our insane top speed, look at us going down this slope at about 70, 80 kilometers an hour, we're able to escape. And nothing has vision on us anymore because of our awesome camo rating. So I just wanted to know what the enemy team were doing and try and give my team a little bit of an indication as well. Now really that scout, apart from getting a little bit of the initial spotting experience, wasn't that beneficial for the team. So if I died there, it would have been a really big fail. And quite often scouts can make mistakes by trying to do crazy maneuvers like that, but dying and having basically really bad games, because if I died, I would have really done nothing for the team there at all, apart from giving the team the initial intel about where the enemy are going. However, unless you're playing like a tank company or an organized 7v7, getting information about where the enemy is just not enough in a random game. So we can see that quite a few of the enemy tanks are rocking around the northern flank. So what I want to do is basically be quite aggressive and get into this location that you'll see me end up in at K7. So I'm auto-aiming at the target here. We can see just how lucky or accurate I was able to fire those shots on the move. And oh god, it's a lurve. Right, I fire my first shot into his track. And fortunately I look round and I see that I've got quite a lot of fire support behind me. But that PZNA was able to take out the Stewart that went for him, and we finish him off, doing all of the damage to that PZ38NA. So now I'm not spotted. That makes me a lot happier. I'm basically going to try and spot this lurve for my team, and as you can see, there's a hell of a lot of people up on the ridgeline there, and they've managed to shave off 40% off that lurve. And this is what this tank is all about. As you can see, its gun depression is really good, so you can go for cheeky shots. All about keeping vision up on the enemy and trying to do the best you can. So this Jagdpanzer IV was trying to poke. We had some vision on him. We're not letting him shoot down into the cap. And our team is pretty far behind now. We're down by 4 tanks, including 2 tier 8s, 1 tier 7. That's pretty brutal. The enemy have only lost a PZSFL. So we're basically down a lot of tanks right now. But we're capping. It's basically turned into what looks like a regular Redshire game, apart from we get to cap our own base. So there's that lurve that we shaved the health off with spotting damage earlier. And I'm going to have a go at him, but then I see, that Jagdpanzer wants another taste, does he? Well, okay. I look back for the lurve and I see the Jagdpanzers coming round aggressively. And whoa, I totally donked my shot there into the pillar. Damn you pillars. But if you guys have watched the latest ASAP, in the next few patches, you're going to be able to shoot through pillars. You're going to be able to shoot through walls. And it looks like we're about to win here. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, it's really on now. We're down 5 tanks. But as you can see here, the enemy just let me rip into that lurve. Absolutely rip into the lurve. Okay, so just to pause this situation here. Now this could go either way really in a scout tank. I'm reversing to try and make it look like that this guy can just ram me basically and have a go at me. I'm going to try and reverse and make myself look like a rather stationary, easy target, because I actually, believe it or not, want him to come at me. This Jagdpanzer IV has got excellent track traverse, and the chance for me to try and sneak around him, if I was to go around this way, I'd open myself all kinds of shots from over here. What I really want to do is drop back behind this ridge and try and lure him into a trap. And that's what we're doing. So we managed to juke him. He foolishly kept going forwards and didn't just turn his tracks. And here we can see just how maneuverable this tank is. We're able to just wreck him. He fires in frustration. And we take out his ammo rack with the last shot. But just before that Jagdpanzer IV YOLO'd at us, we could see just how devastating the Type 64 was against the Lurve. We had that Lurve's flank, and we were absolutely wrecking him. Now we're going to try and hunt down after this Sherman. I don't really want to get shot again. This tank doesn't have very much health, and no armor to go with it. So I'm basically trying to play passive and just be a damage support. And that's what this tank can do really well. Look at that DPM going in there. I can tell this KV-1S isn't looking at me. So, I'll have him as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We're changing the angle of engagement while our Type 59s do some serious fighting. And what you hear me say here while I was live streaming this, and you can watch the live replay on my twitch.tv/QuickieBaby channel, I saw that the Types were in there and I really needed to get in and just kick some ass with them. So now the Types are skirmishing with the VK4502A. I tell the Type 59s in chat right now to fall back, because right now there's an RHM Borsig aiming at them. And I didn't really want to be fighting out in the open. But just look at this DPM going in there. I'm firing premium rounds now. Aim for the side of the turret with the flat surface. I've run out of regular rounds, because you know what I don't usually do? I don't usually do this much damage in a Type 64. Well, I guess I usually do this much damage, but not this amount of kills. And the thing is because this is not a low-tier game, really, your ammunition is really limited. Now, if you've watched my preview, my full preview, you'll know that the penetration is 128 with regular rounds and 177 with your premium rounds. I like to take a stock of premium rounds in this tank in case I need to go one-on-one with, for example, a tier 8 up until a tier 10 tank at the end of the game. With 171 millimeters of penetration, at least I can still penetrate most tanks in the game. Some I can't. Very easily, like a mouse would be very tricky indeed unless I was to take advantage of some of the tiny weak points on the tank. But what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get vision for my team. You're able to see just how quickly we're able to relocate. That Type Tiger 2 has spotted me. I don't want to risk it, so I pull back. I just want to keep vision on him and let my Types do the talking. Not that I'm not a Type, but let's be honest, a Type 59 is a different class of tank to a Type 64. So right now we're just trying to hunt out the enemy. I don't want to get shot because of my low amount of health. I don't want the Borsig to one-hit me. I just want to start to pummel in against this Tiger P. I just fire one shot and pull back because I'm really worried about the Borsig and that Tiger 2. I check to see where the Tiger 2 is aiming and he's not aiming at me. I aim back at the Tiger P. We're just chunking him down. Piece by piece. Do we have a kill? Yeah. Alright, fantastic result there. We were able to do 452 damage to that Tiger P very quickly indeed. Now it's just a case of this Tiger 2 and the RHM Borsig to take care of. And it's just me and a Type 59 and the VK left. And the enemy have still got quite a lot of health. So right now, the VK is putting pressure on the cap. That's fantastic. So it means that the enemies have to be aggressive. However, that's not going to stop me from being a bit cheeky, as you're going to see here. I want to keep the angle of engagement going. I see that I don't have a penetrating shot there, and so I don't fire it. I've only got 7 shells left. So for all I know, maybe the Type 59 would have sucked out, and I would have had to have done something myself. Fortunately, the Borsig got taken out by a tier 7 tank. I see the Tiger 2 turns around to go after the Type 59. I make a bit of a mistake there. He's still aiming at me. He just let the Type 59 kill him. He obviously thought the Type 64 was a more dangerous tank than the Type 59. Or maybe he just wanted to try and secure a kill on a tank that he thought that he could kill at the end with one shot. So anyway, what a fantastic game in the Type 64. This game really just showcased everything that I love about this tank. The ability to relocate quickly, the absolute fantastic nature of this gun. I just absolutely love it. It feels a lot like a T-49. Fair enough, you have to use it against higher tier targets. But the thing is that this tank isn't really meant to do the kind of damage that I was able to achieve in this game. I did get lucky having a lot of flanking shots, and I did fire quite a few premium rounds to be able to penetrate targets that otherwise I might struggle to be able to penetrate with the regular rounds. But the fact that this is a premium tank, as you're going to see after the battle in these post-game stats, it does manage to make a lot of money to be able to afford to fire them. So here we are, we managed to get 90,000 credits for our win. And we got 5,310 experience. And before I add, this was a double. This wasn't a 3 times. This is an absolutely fantastic result. It's the best game I've had so far in my Type 64 tank that I really do adore. We managed to also get a Radley Walters medal and the Scout medal. Our base experience was 1,770. We were able to do nearly 3,000 damage. And really we can see there China on top, an absolute mammoth display by the 3 Chinese tanks doing 9,000 damage in a tier 8 to 6 game. We fired 40 shots, we hit 36, and of those 36, 34 penetrated, which really shows you what you can do with these low penetration guns if you carefully think about using your regular ammo and also when you need it, your premium ammunition. Obviously we only took 2 hits during the game and you saw that I was pretty much crippled by the end of it. That's because this tank really doesn't have any armor and you'll have to get super lucky to be able to bounce anything in this tank. Now interestingly, the damage done by my spotting there was only 1,500. It was probably only really on the lurvey and then some towards the end, and maybe even a bit at the beginning. I have had massive spotting games in this tank, and I will be trying to probably put up some gameplay of the massive spotting games in this tank. I really just wanted to showcase this tank can also kick ass as well as scout. In my opinion, this tank is basically like a Chaffee, but it is a premium Chaffee. It can make a lot of credits, and the main thing that this tank has that the Chaffee doesn't have is that killer top speed limit of 72.4 kilometers an hour. Now currently this tank is only available for purchase with real money. Hopefully next patch you'll be able to purchase it in-game with gold. So if you do have any gold reserves, then you're probably going to be able to pick this thing up. I absolutely love it. I really can't recommend it enough. I can't wait to get my radio man there really skilled up so I can really turn this into a bit of a pimp tank. If you need to know more about the Type 64, consider checking out the tank preview that I did, which is also really a full quick tank review of the tank that I'll be putting in the description below. And keep your eyes peeled for more gameplay, which hopefully I'll be posting up for you guys of the Type 64. It's just that fun. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider rating it down below. I'd really appreciate it. And tell me what you think about the Type 64. Do you have one? Do you love it? After seeing this, maybe do you think about picking one up? Are you maybe a Chaffee driver who's slightly agitated that now there's kind of like a premium Chaffee that just gets to go faster? Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.